Last time we followed Khashkhash ibn Sa'id, the Andalusian who sailed west in 889 and returned with spoils. Tonight, I'm going to make the strongest case yet that sailors from the Muslim world didn't stop at mid-ocean islands. They reached the Caribbean and the American mainland. Let's start with the water itself. From the Maghreb to the Caribbean, the Canary Current runs like a river laid on the sea. It carries a stout hull from Cadiz past the Canaries and straight towards the Lesser Antilles and the coast of South America. That's the same conveyor belt Columbus rode 6 centuries after Khashkhash. A working sailor in 10th century's Al-Andalus would have known that current the way a rancher knows the wind. Now to the receipts you can say out loud. 1. Columbus's own investigation. On his 3rd voyage, he wrote through Bartolomé de las Casas that the people of Hispaniola told him black people came from the south and the southeast, and they carried spear points made of metal called guanin. Columbus sent samples to the royal assayers in 1498. The result came back 32 parts, 18 gold, 6 silver, 8 copper. The alloy composition matches West African guanin work. The direction, south and southeast. The alloy that aligns with West Africa, that's not folklore. That's a lab result and a compass bearing. Number 2, language links around that metal. Early writers like Leo Weiner argued guanin was a Mandinkan word for gold, silver, copper alloy. Caribbean archaeologists today treat guanin as a Taino term. I can live with that debate because the composition is the bridge either way. The alloy Caribbean chiefs prized the same ternary mix West African smiths made. Words do differ, but metallurgy rhymes. Number 3, the Iberian Arabic map memory. A century after Khashkhash, Ibn Farrukh of Granada sails from Cadiz in 999, resupplies at Gando on Gran Canaria. He meets Guanariga and keeps going west. He reports 2 islands, Caparia and Prutania. The geographer Al-Bakri records it and Al-Adrisi folds it into his map. That's a paper trail from sailor, scholar to chart pointing westward, not inward. Number 4, the West African push. When Mansa Musa passed through Cairo in 1324, the historian Al-Umari recorded what Musa said. His predecessor launched an Atlantic expedition and never returned. Whether you call him Abu Bakr II or Muhammad ibn Qut, the point is that Imperial West Africa was willing to invest large fleets into that same westbound conveyor current. Ambition follows knowledge. Knowledge follows experience. Now to the inscriptions. There are reported Arabic or Kufic style inscriptions in the American West. Sites in Inyo County and elsewhere that writers like Barry Feld published and read as early Arabic. Mainstream archaeologists do dispute those readings and dates, but here's I handle the trail on that. I call them leads, not necessarily verdicts. I don't build my whole case on them. If firmly dated, secure excavated Arabic inscriptions turns up, we're gonna bring it to this camera and we're gonna celebrate. But right now, I don't want this to detract from the fact that we do have real smoke and real fire. So what pushes me over the ridge? Currents that carry you straight to the Caribbean. A European commander hearing of black mariners arriving from the south and southeast, a lab assay, 1868 metallurgy, on island metal matching West African alloy practice, Arabic-speaking geographers logging westward voyages a full 5 centuries before Columbus, and an African empire bold enough to send 2,000 ships in a fleet into that same flow. Could an Andalusian or Mandinkan crew have ridden that current into the Lesser Antilles, traded guanin for goods, and turned back with the trades? The seamanship says yes. The assay says yes. The stories Columbus heard say yes. And no one has produced a law of physics that says it was impossible. So here's my honest ledger. What is known? 889, Khashkhash sails west and returns with spoils. 999, Ibn Farrukh sails to Cadiz and Gondo to the west, reports that Caparia and Plutania. Then he returns and geographers record it. 1498, royal assayers give the 1868 composition for guanin from Hispaniola. Columbus reports black people arriving from the south and southeast well before him, and then the 14th century, Al-Umari records Mansa Musa's testimony about his predecessor Abu Bakr's fleet of 2,000 ships making it to America. What's contested but intriguing, reported Arabic Kufic inscriptions in North America. However, even though this is disputed, the ocean gives you a road, the journals give you a direction, and the assay gives you a match. The maps give you memory. Put them together and the horizon moves. Khashkhash, Ibn Farouk, Abu Bakr, Al-Bakri, Al-Adrisi, Al-Umari. Say these numbers: 18, 6, 8. Cadiz, Gondo, Hispaniola. This isn't a wish we wish for. It's not a myth, but it's a pattern that we're showing. And if someone tells you none of this matters because Columbus discovered the ocean and America, then just smile. Tell them the current was already flowing and the charts were already whispering west and the islands already had visitors. Then invite them to ride the next episode when we follow the Mandinkan wake into the heart of the Caribbean stream. This is the Muslim Cowboy. Make sure that you subscribe to this, lasso upon that like, and share it with people who you think will really benefit. Salam, y'all.